Alright, first cast, straight into a nice little ballon on the LRF rod. I'm down here at low tide, and I'm using my 0.5 to 5 gram rod. I've got 5 pound braid with a 4 pound leader on it, size 14 hook and a couple of shot. Bait I'm using today is some salted ragworm because the water's really dirty down there. So instead of using my lures, and salted ragworm works fine. It's great, lasts a long time as well. Once I finish with it, I'll show you later when I put this one back, but I'll keep it in the fridge. But there you go, first cast, straight into a ballon. Right, let's get him put back. Alright, this is the end of the terminal tackle. I've got 2 bits of shot. I think they're 0.5, so that's about 3 gram there. Size 14 hook, and the bait I'm using, instead of, like I said, jellies and soft isomi or whatever, I'm just using some salted ragworm. Ragworm itself I keep in a little tub, keep it in the fridge. All it is just leftover ragworm that I've used maybe for bait fishing or whatever, and I salt it over a sort of like a 48-hour period, changing the salt every now and then just to sort of dry it and shrivel it up. Goes on the hook perfectly, stays on there well. It's great for when the conditions are like it is now. It's really dirty down there, so it seems to it works better than the actual lures itself. All I do is I keep that in that small little tub in my bag, and then once I've finished with it, it goes back in the fridge. I think some of this ragworm I've had in for over a year, so it just lasts ages. 5 pounds worth of ragworm, and whatever's left over after a fishing session, once it's salted down, could last you sort of ages, so it's another type of cheap bait, and it works really well. Right, here we go, for me anyway, first pout in on the LRF gear. Tiny little bite. I was hoping it would be a gold cinny actually, but just see if we got that, see if we can get that in. Is it? Ooh, small little fish, so it's a one extreme to the other, isn't it? There's a tiny little pout in there. Right, this ballon put up quite a bit of fight. I've been here for about over 5 minutes now. He took me into the rocks, and I just had to wait out, and then managed to get him out. So that's the thing, don't try and jump, pull him out. Just keep the tension on there, a little bit of slack every now and then, and hopefully, like this one did, they'll come out from the hiding space, and I've got the ballon back, which I can put back hopefully, and I got all my gear back. Happy days. Alright, that's the next species, caught. Tiny little corkwing. Anything with these ballons, they don't like to. Ooh, nearly dropped him. They don't like to be chucked into the water. I don't like chucking fish back in. It's about 20 foot odd drop down there at the moment, so it's a good job I brought my little net with me, and all I do is I put them in the net and lower them down. Lovely colours on them, aren't they? Cracking session as well. I've only been here about 40 minutes or so. I've had 2 ballons, a cork wing and a tiny pouting. Well, it's a good job of bringing this net. It just about reaches. I think this is 4.9 metres, I think. This one, what was it? Total length, 5.9 metres. So yeah, so I can put the fish in there, the ballon or whatever fish I catch, so I don't have to just chuck them off the edge. And I can, put it down in the water and let it recover. And it's great to see them swimming off, just like I saw that cork wing just swimming off there. So, right, put this down, bait up and back out there. Another little small cork wing. The tide's is starting to come in now, so it's getting a bit hard to hold the bottom on this corner with the LRF gear. So maybe just chance of another cast, just to see what we can get. I'm going to come back down again. I'm fishing over low tide here. I generally fish over high tide, over slack water, either on the high or the low. Yeah, we'll keep at it. I had a gold cinny from here the other day, well chuffed with that, and I've had my personal best wrasse, which was caught from here, which was £6.8. Obviously not on your LRF gear. I caught that with a peeler crab. There you go, nice little nice little cork wing. Right, I was wondering when the tom pots would show up. Yeah. I don't want to stick my finger too close to its mouth because it gives you a little nip. But yeah, a little tom pot. So that's what, fishing for about an hour now. So that's it. Now I'm going to knock it on the head. Again, great fun just coming down to Exmouth here. You park right here in the car park and just fish straight out of the back of the car. What could be better? Again, easy setup, but just using my LRF gear, drop shotting straight off the edge. Obviously, the setup that I've got is a split shot rig. I'm gonna get this one unhooked, get him put back, and I'll be back down again and see what else I can pick up from here. It's a lovely day. It's nice and warm. A couple of guys fishing over there. They're obviously trying for bass. A couple of guys on the slipway there fishing. I haven't seen them catch anything. In fact, I haven't seen them. So there you go. I've been down there an hour and I've caught a few fish. Yeah, obviously nothing decent, big. If you're after big fish, then obviously you have to try different tactics. But great fun on the LRF gear. All right, just to show you what hooks I'm using today. So size 14. These are the Cami Sam B983 wide gape specialists. I like these hooks. I use them in size 10 as hell, but I find the 14 are just about good enough for everything. They're thin, so you can get your jellies or your worms or whatever you want on there, and nice and sharp. And the way that I tie them on my bit of fluorocarbon, which happens to be £4, is what I do is I use this knot for all of my type of fishing. Call it 4 and 3. So I feed. The only trouble is with this and my eyesight, like trying to feed cotton through the eye of a needle. There we go. So obviously feed it through, and this is tricky with this £4 fluorocarbon in the wind. Wrap it round 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a loop. Wrap that round the top bit, so you're going through the loop. I know you won't be able to see this, but 1, 2, 3 times. Bit of moisture and pull it tight. So it's 4 and a 3. So wrap around 4 times. Make a loop. Wrap that round the top of the loop 3 times, and there we go. Trim off the end, and then she's good to go. Split shot. I like using the split shot grid. I don't bother with well, I used to bother with drop shots and all sorts of things. It's just, this all depends on what mood I'm in. Alright, split shot, pair of pliers so I can hold it easier. The only trouble is with these small little hooks and stuff, it's just wrapped in the wind. It just wraps around everything. Alright, and then what I do, about an inch or so, split shot in, and there you go. Crimp it tight, not too tight obviously. The next one, sometimes I just use the one. It obviously depends where I'm fishing, but because there's a bit of a current, a bit of a flow, and it's quite a long way down. And then on the next one, so I've got 2 there, so it gives me 3 grams in weight total. So there it is. It's just about an inch or so, or just over. A couple of split shots, and I keep feeling the leader just to check there's no more, like there is there. Should have done that up a little bit further. A tiny bit of abrasion there, so I'll have to cut that, my stupidity, and retie it there. So yes, I've got about 4. Well, started off the day was about £4, but I keep, every time there's a little bit of abrasion, I check it every time, and then retie the knot. All I'm using there is a universal knot. Sometimes I use the FG knot. It all depends on what I'm doing and how I feel. The only trouble is the FG knot. It's a great knot, but it's tricky to tie sometimes, especially outside when you got £4 fluorocarbon and £5 braid. But there you go. So well, it's getting on now. I've been here an hour and a half. I did say I was going to knock it on the head just a minute ago, didn't I? Do I trust that, or do I retie it? Alright, let's just give it one more go, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, I did say one more fish or one more cast, didn't I? It's always a way, isn't it? Nice little pouting. So getting a few of these now. Oh, he's falling off. So he's maybe a hassle of unhooking him. Okay, tiny little pouting there. Just about to see him. You get these a lot of we're down here at Exmouth, but you get these a lot of Budley, and you get some big ones as well. You're lucky you get one about a 2-pounder. Good eating fish if you're into eating your fish as well. Obviously not this size, and so this one's going back, and hopefully he'll turn into a big one.